They found Lise Clarkson's body.
Okay.
It was hidden deep within the Clarkson Food Delivery Services cold storage warehouse.
That's a long name.
After 14 years, we finally discovered the body of the very first victim.
Surprisingly, all in one piece.
Do you know what this
In a
means?
sense of the word.
That's why we're here. The first victim in the case he solved, Lise Clarkson.
Uh-huh.
This is a photograph of what she looks like now. How will he react when he sees it?
It's probably... No, there's nothing else I can go to.
The body that went missing for 14 years was suddenly discovered frozen in a warehouse. This is some kind of message from the victim to us.
I think you're looking a little bit into it, but hey, could try. We'll see what happens.
We're pleased that her body turned up. Deeply pleased.
You claim to have closed this case, but now a lost body suddenly surfaced.
Uh-huh.
Aren't you curious about the details?
Not a one.
Body or not, we already solved that case. Lisa's body can't change anything now.
And that's... meh.
And it certainly has nothing to do with us.
I suspect the body was stored there rather than abandoned. Due to...
Oh, god damn it.
She was found frozen
I
in a
didn't mean to
storage
skip
unit.
over that.
Therefore, she looks exactly the same as she did when she disappeared. In fact, she's in such good condition that we can even determine the murder weapon and cause of death.
Would have anything to do with the sharp thing and dismemberment.
Well, good for you.
Even stranger is how unbelievably beautiful she looks. At first glance, few would guess she was a murder victim at all. She looks more like a piece of art, or a mythological figure from a painting.
You're talking to a body that's in like 10 pieces.
Keeps getting better and better.
Better and better?
Dude's creeping me out. Frickin'
that
Zach,
like
what
my
you talking
fairy?
about? The fuck is your fairy?
A corpse as beautiful as a goddess.
And that is where the goddess comes from.
Sounds
Beck?
just like our story.
Yup.
Yes. Yes.
That went okay.
Back in the first.
Now I'm sure that Morgan's hiding something. I may be able to get what I want if we go deeper into the documents.
So don't collect the documents. Gotcha.
A halfway finished chess game. I think he was playing both sides by himself. If it was merely for entertainment, it wouldn't be a problem. But I know that every action he takes has its own special purpose.
I mean, I don't think that's...
Especially now that his remaining time is limited. Who is it? This my fairy
Oh, God.
character you keep speaking
Didn't
to.
you say don't ask?
You can't see her? Such bad manners. You barge into our apartment, yet
Rat
you don't
man.
even care about who else is living here.
Dissociative identity disorder. In the past, it was known as multiple personality disorder. You were subjected to an internal probe only once during your career, correct?
Maybe.
They suspected that you had DID, but you
That you
denied
had
it,
did.
and no problems arose during your test. Is this how you dealt with the psychological profiler back then, too?
He just stared at him and just went, I'm Francis York Morgan.
Saying strange things, weaving unrelated matters together. Is that how you slipped through?
You're free to draw your own conclusions, Belle. But my fairy clearly exists. She's been sitting right there on your lap this entire time. Hey, stop it. No violence allowed in here, Belle. Wouldn't want to scare my fairy, now would we?
Oh yeah, let's do the photo next.
He didn't so much as twitch when he saw the picture of the body. He's even tougher than the rumors made him out to be. But I was prepared for that. And if my hunch is right, he's deeply intertwined with this case. Far deeper than what my superiors think.
And that'll be more or less explained after
You may be wondering why we decided to unearth all these old files.
Everything happens for a reason.
The moment Lise Clarkson's body was found, we did the best we could to start our own local investigation. But there wasn't much we could actually investigate due to the damage caused by the hurricane.
Hurricane?
Then we assume you also questioned everyone who worked in the warehouse.
Of course. We questioned all the Clarkson Food Delivery Services employees who staffed the warehouse and its owner. But we still have yet to obtain any key testimonies.
Par for the course with a 14-year-old case, if you ask me.
Simon?
Not to mention how bad the timing was. Most of the employees
just talked
were
like
on
twice.
vacation.
So, you gave up on the investigation and came to see us instead.
Oh, we're fancy.
That warehouse. That man. So incoherent. Such a pain.
Hey, are you talking about the guy who managed the vault where Lisa's body was found?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think he started working there in 2005. Remember, Aaliyah? You said he was a pain to deal with, too.
Yeah, that you just made things a bit awkward there, big guy.
The large man, yes? No need to answer. If you don't want to.
That's like
I'm
challenging.
Sure you've already put him under surveillance. Textbook FBI protocol.
Maybe.
The person who originally admitted this report was his superior, Robert Abrahams,
Abrahams.
current chief of the Boston branch. According to Chief Abrahams, Morgan's got his own modus operandi. It's not something that others should interfere with. Well, Chief, look what that's gotten us into now.
Francis York Morgan.
Isn't there someone else you should have talked to before coming to us? Such as...
We were unable to reach Patricia Clarkson.
Mother.
You look surprised. I thought you already knew. After all, you visited Louisiana last week. We assumed you met with her during your time there.
That's a big assumption.
We haven't been to Louisiana.
I mean, I'm not sure if
Not in
that's...
14 years.
I mean, I don't quite believe that, but he is...
Is that so?
Francis Zach Morgan.
We've been right here in our apartment this entire time. That man is our witness. Aren't you, Simon?
He's right. He didn't even take a single step outside on Christmas Eve. Which means that I didn't get to either.
Are you positive about that? I took the liberty of checking some airline records.
This is weird.
Last Friday, the name Billy Bishop was listed on a morning
Billy
flight out of Boston.
Bishop.
This is the fake name you used to use as an agent, isn't it?
A mere coincidence.
Yet that's not all. That evening on the same day, a man with a large scar on his forehead allegedly purchased an '89 Cadillac from a small used car lot in Le Carré. He reportedly said he wanted something old, big, and strong. The owner of the car lot felt it was a strange order, so it stuck in his mind.
Our world is filled with mysteries. And they always have the most bizarre timing.
Everything does. Why does smoking have a subtitle?
Incidentally, on the following day, an identical Cadillac was taken to a scrapyard in Trenton, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
You can find that type of car anywhere.
In 2000, and what year is it?
Isn't that right, my fairy?
2019. At the moment. What's it mean by dark laughter, though? That subtitle, man.
Morgan's right. Everything happens for a reason. Even this messy room. There must be a reason for it, especially when it comes to those strangely tidy spots. They're practically begging me to question them.
So don't question them. Got it.
Poly-MVA supplements and a home IV kit. It's probably filled with highly concentrated vitamin C. He said that being on the verge of death is intriguing. But then why does he have such an elaborate home medical care setup? How does he truly feel?
He feels it all. Empty box. Wait, that's not a box, I just noticed.
Do you like fresh vegetable juice?
Why would you think that?
There's a juicer in your sink that hasn't been washed yet.
Why is it doing that again?
And do I smell the faint fragrance of baked beans?
Gross. Well, not
You didn't
really.
use much salt, did you?
What are you implying?
You just told me that you find impending death to be intriguing.
Yeah.
That confused me. When I look around your room, all I can see are the many ways in which you're resisting death.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe.
Poly-MVA treatment, highly concentrated vitamin C IVs, fresh vegetable juice, vegetable protein without salt, gallons of vitamin D milk for fat and calcium.
Maybe you're looking a little too much into it. Maybe.
The ambivalence, yes.
What?
Two contradictory emotions, mixing, coexisting together. An adult, mature mind is never satisfied with only one response. It's common sense. Isn't that right, my fairy?
My ferret. You know what? Instead, let's look over to the palette DVDs.
DVDs are all over the place.
Noticed.
I know that he's a shut-in, but this still seems like way too many for one person. And I've never heard of any of these titles before. A stinking indulgence. And a massive DVD collection. You must live a very comfortable life.
We're retired, remember?
That don't mean
Retired
much.
in your 40s.
I mean, is that good?
I'm envious.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
But who doesn't love movies, Belle?
That's a good question. A lot of people, I think.
I'm not a fan.
Oh, that won't do.
I mean, kind of what are you a fan of? No offense.
You should dedicate all the free time you have to watching movies. It's practically an unwritten law. Films guide us. Films are filled with every important life lesson there is.
Is that so?
For example, They Live, 1988, directed by John Carpenter.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
That film taught us a valuable
Whether he's
lesson.
talking to York or not, he talks about 80s
Always
things.
put on your sunglasses before a fight.
What?
You know, you've got a point. Movies teach us about everything we need to know. I learned about the right way to eat frozen pizza from Cobra. It's one of... Before
Oh.
that, I wouldn't be caught dead trying to eat frozen pizza.
This dude's pizza conversation is
I
actually
thought it wasn't
very
fit for human
uninteresting.
consumption. But that film changed my life.
Simon, that has nothing to do with the film.
Yeah, see, even Zach don't
You're
like
just talking about pizza.
it. I don't like pizza.
This room's a total mess. But certain spots look perfectly clean. Is it just a coincidence?
Nothing is a coincidence with Francis Zach Morgan.
No. There are no coincidences with this man.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Thanks for saying it again.
Mr. Morgan,
Francis Zach Morgan.
I found several spots in this room that look strangely clean.
I mean, some people like to keep their place clean, others don't.
Did you tidy up a bit because you knew we were coming?
Did you tidy up? There's these few triangles.
Those are sanctuaries.
And this is where we get to the weird stuff.
They've existed from the start.
Sanctuaries.
That's right. Sacred places. Hovels for pure souls, if you will.
Hovels? He says hovels, I say hovels.
Were there originally objects in those hovels? Something you didn't want us to see.
The soul's still there.
Like, it'd be odd if you had that many triangular things.
We haven't touched a thing. But we know you can't see anything.
Clearly.
Hey, Simon. Don't touch the sanctuary.
Yeah, this is when things get really odd. And they just keep getting more and more odd.
That's a sanctuary.
Yes, we get it.
Don't ever touch it again.
So he touched it.
You've been watching us for 4.5 years, and you couldn't even figure that much out.
And
My bad.
he's never...
It's my first time actually coming inside, you know.
So just
You're
touch
earning
everything.
far more than you deserve then. What were you doing all day in that black Suburban?
Dying.
We thought wiretapping was your specialty. Don't tell me. Crossword puzzles. What do you think, my fairy? 4.5 years. All that time, and what does he have to show for it?
Crossword puzzles? No way. Come on, I thought you knew. I'm a Sudoku guy.
You freaking weirdo.
Agent Jones.
Oh, right.
He's completely taken control of the conversation. At this rate, we'll never get anywhere. I need to press him some more.
Like, I want to skip ahead. Oh, no, I can't skip ahead with this. I don't have anything else to look at.
Agent Jones. The briefcase isn't even that big. How long does he intend to keep that up? Does he have pizza menus stuffed inside there or something?
Probably, man.
Agent Jones? Did you find the files?